Imagine your mind is a mirror, and the universe simply reflects what you show it. Your beliefs, your energy, your focus, these are the signals the universe echoes back. Success, fulfillment, prosperity, they don't happen by coincidence. They're magnetized to you by the clarity and conviction of your inner world. This is the law of attraction in motion. Today we're going to break it down into real, practical steps that rewire your thinking and align your actions with the success you've been seeking. Step 1. Get crystal clear. The first rule: define your vision. Success doesn't favor the vague. It rewards precision. You can't attract what you can't describe. You have to know what you want with absolute clarity. Don't settle for blurry goals like, I want more money, or I want to be happy. Dig deeper. Say instead, I will earn $100,000 this year. I will build a remote business that gives me freedom to travel. I will wake up fulfilled by the work I do. Now write it down. Your vision must be as detailed as a blueprint, because clarity ignites intention, and intention is the fuel of manifestation. Would you ever hop in a car and just start driving with no destination in mind? Of course not. Yet that's how most people approach their goals, wandering, unsure, and waiting for success to find them. When your goal is clear, your brain starts working like a GPS. You begin to see signs, opportunities, and connections that were once invisible. Your subconscious filters your reality to serve the mission you've set. This isn't magic. It's the science of a focused mind. But clarity alone won't carry you. Clarity without action is just a dream. Once your vision is defined, you must move. Take action. Do something today, no matter how small. Because success is a decision, not a wish. This is when most people get stuck. They hope, they wait, but they don't commit. Not yet. You are going to define your goals. You are going to write them down. And then you are going to take the first bold step. Success is not for those who sit back and wish. It's for those who declare where they're going and move toward it every single day. Aligning belief with vision. Let's get real. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you believe. You could have the most detailed goals, a flawless plan, and a relentless work ethic. But if deep down you believe you're not worthy of success, that belief will quietly sabotage you. This is where most people fall short. They grind, they push, they sacrifice, but their subconscious mind whispers, you're not enough. And so they stay stuck. To create real change, you must reprogram your beliefs to align with the future you're trying to build. That starts with catching the lies. Every time you tell yourself, I'll never succeed, or I'm not good enough, you reinforce a false identity that limits your potential. But when you flip the script to, I'm on my way to success, or I am growing stronger every day, you give your brain a new narrative, one that leads to confidence, action, and results. Your thoughts are instructions to your subconscious. They tell it what to look for and what to ignore. Think about the most successful people you admire. They didn't wait for validation. They acted as if success was already theirs, even before anyone else saw it. They believed in their vision when there was no proof it would work. That's what you must do. You must believe so deeply in your future that it becomes inevitable. Say it aloud, success is coming to me. Say it until your doubts shrink and your identity expands. Because belief isn't just a feeling, it's the foundation of every action you'll take. So, from this point forward, every step you make, every decision you commit to, let it come from belief. You don't get what you want. You get what you are willing to believe is already yours. Visualize it like it's already yours. Now let's talk about one of the most misunderstood but powerful tools of success: visualization. This isn't about wishful thinking or fantasy. Visualization is mental rehearsal. It's training your brain to become familiar with success before it happens. Elite athletes use it. World-class performers rely on it. And so should you. Every single morning, take a few minutes, close your eyes and step into the life you want to live. Feel it. Picture yourself walking into that dream office, shaking hands with a new client, or seeing your bank account grow. Hear the sounds, smell the air, sense the confidence in your body. Make it real in your mind. Because your brain doesn't fully distinguish between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. The more you mentally live your future success, the more your subconscious begins to believe it's already true. And then, your actions follow. Suddenly, you're more confident in meetings, more driven in your work, more aware of the opportunities around you. That's not coincidence. It's the result of aligned mental conditioning. But listen closely, visualization without action is just a dream. You got to move. Use what you see in your mind to fuel what you do in the real world. If your vision is to build a business, ask yourself, what step can I take today to bring this closer to reality? Maybe it's sending an email, Maybe it's making a call. Maybe it's just researching the next move. Whatever it is, do it. Every action reinforces your vision, makes it more tangible. Over time, that mental image, it becomes your daily life. So start now. Picture the life you want. Feel it, believe it, and then go create it, one action at a time. Because if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Lead with gratitude and positive energy. Let's be real, energy matters. The way you think, speak, and feel creates a frequency, and that frequency shapes your results. If you're constantly focused on what's wrong, what's missing, or what's unfair, life will give you more of that. More frustration, more scarcity, more resistance. But when you shift your energy to gratitude, everything starts to change. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces you can activate. It trains your mind to focus on what's working, what's abundant, what's possible. And the moment you start truly appreciating what you have, no matter how small, you open yourself up to receive even more. This isn't just spiritual philosophy, it's backed by science. Research shows that people who practice daily gratitude have lower stress levels, better relationships, stronger immune systems, and even higher income levels. Because they're not living in lack. They're operating from overflow, and the universe always responds to that. So start simple. Every morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for. A conversation, a lesson, even just the warmth of your morning coffee. Don't just think it, feel it. Let that emotion sink into your body. Gratitude isn't just an idea, it's a state of being. And when you live from that state, your mindset becomes magnetic. You stop seeing problems as roadblocks and start seeing them as stepping stones. You stop chasing success and start attracting it. Because when your energy says, I'm already blessed, the universe says, here's more. Remember, this isn't about ignoring hardship. It's about choosing to focus your attention on what empowers you, not what drains you. So live with gratitude, speak with positivity, lead with joy. That's how you raise your vibration, and that's how you draw success toward you. Take a line, inspired action. Here's the truth most people ignore. Manifestation isn't magic, it's momentum. Wishing alone changes nothing. Hoping gets you nowhere. You must meet your desires with decisive action. It's not about hustle for the sake of movement. It's about aligned effort, doing the things that move you toward your vision with clarity and purpose. Want to start a business? Research your market. Draft your idea. Make the call. Want to improve your health? Take the walk. Prep the meal. Sign up for the class. Even the smallest step, when taken with belief, builds momentum. Action is the bridge between thought and reality. It tells the universe, I'm ready, I'm serious, I'm moving. And when you move, the universe moves with you. People show up, ideas flow, opportunities open. But none of that happens if you stay still, trapped in perfectionism, waiting for the perfect plan or the perfect moment. That moment doesn't exist. You're not meant to have it all figured out. You're meant to begin anyway. Manifestation is a partnership. You do your part and the universe does the rest. It's a dance between vision and movement, between dreaming big and stepping forward with courage. So ask yourself right now, what's one step I can take today? Not next week, not when I feel ready. Today. Then take it, no matter how small. Because action is proof of belief, and belief in motion is unstoppable. Start. Become. Because success doesn't respond to ideas. It responds to execution. Eliminate negative influence. Your environment isn't neutral. It's shaping you every single day. The thoughts you think, the energy you carry, the beliefs you hold, they are all influenced by what surrounds you. If your world is full of noise, doubt, drama, and distractions, how can your mind remain focused and clear? Here's the truth. You cannot build a powerful life with poisonous input. Look around you. Who are the voices in your ear? Are they pushing you forward or pulling you back? Are you surrounded by people who lift you up, believe in your growth, and challenge you to rise? Or do you spend time with people who complain, stay stuck, and normalize excuses? Energy is contagious, and your mind absorbs what it's exposed to. It's not just people either. It's your habits, your media, your daily rituals. Is your social feed feeding your potential, or draining it? Are you consuming content that empowers you, or stirs anxiety? Audit your input. Curate your circle. Protect your focus, because your success depends on it. The most successful people aren't just disciplined in their goals. They're ruthless about their environment. They know you become like the energy you're around, so they choose to be around winners, leaders, builders, visionaries. They fill their ears with learning, not gossip. They feed their minds with growth, not garbage. This doesn't mean cutting everyone off. It means drawing boundaries where your peace, clarity, and purpose are protected. You can't always change the world around you, but you can always control what you allow in. Every piece of content, every conversation, every choice either nourishes your vision or sabotages it. So ask yourself, is this lifting me toward the life I want, or pulling me further from it? Make the shift. Clean the mental clutter. Surround yourself with belief, courage, and purpose. Your mindset is sacred. Guard it with your life, because what enters your mind shapes your reality. Build unshakable belief. Self-doubt is a dream killer. It creeps in quietly, questioning your worth, distorting your abilities, and whispering lies like, who do you think you are? But here's the truth. The world mirrors back the energy you hold. If you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect anyone or anything else to? Every successful person you admire, every story of triumph you've heard, shares a common trait: relentless self-belief. Not because they never failed, but because they refused to let failure define them. They weren't always the smartest or the most gifted. What set them apart was their decision to keep going when doubt screamed the loudest. Think about it. Edison failed over 1,000 times before the light bulb worked. What if he let insecurity win? Greatness begins the moment you stop negotiating with doubt and start deciding you are enough. Right now. Not someday when. Not if everything's perfect. No. And it's not about blind arrogance. It's about trust. Trusting that even when you don't know all the answers, you'll figure it out. When you hit a wall, you don't quit, you climb. When others say it can't be done, you say, watch me. Say it out loud, I am capable. I am worthy. I am becoming the version of me who can handle it all. Affirm it, embody it, act like it, because your subconscious listens to your voice louder than anyone else's. When you start treating yourself like a winner, the world begins responding accordingly. This is your reminder. You are not your past. You are not your fears. You are not what others think. You are what you decide to become. And when you replace doubt with belief, hesitation with action, and fear with faith, success doesn't become a possibility. It becomes inevitable. Release and trust the flow. Here's the paradox. To manifest your dreams, you must care deeply, but not cling desperately. Desperation blocks manifestation. Why? Because it carries the energy of lack. When you chase success like it's running away from you, the universe mirrors back that anxiety. You repel what you desire by signaling that you don't believe it will come. Imagine planting a seed. Would you dig it up every hour to check if it's growing? Of course not. You'd water it, give it light, trust the process, and wait. Success is the same. Set your intention. Take aligned action. And then let go. Letting go isn't giving up. It's believing so fully in the outcome that you don't need to obsess over the how or the when. You understand it's already in motion. Some people sabotage their goals because they're constantly measuring progress, overthinking delays, doubting detours. But the river doesn't second-guess its path. The sun doesn't rush to rise. You must operate with that same confidence. Trust that your work is enough. Trust that your vision is heard. Trust that what is meant for you is already on its way. Let go of timelines. Let go of needing control. Let go of proving anything to anyone. Your role is to show up, give your best, and allow life to unfold in its own perfect rhythm. Think of the most powerful creators and leaders. You'll find a calm within them, a quiet confidence. That's not laziness. It's surrender backed by certainty. They're not trying to force the outcome. They've already decided it's theirs. So today, loosen your grip. Breathe deeper. Act with conviction, but walk with peace. Know that everything is aligning behind the scenes, even if you can't see it yet. Faith is action followed by release. When you stop needing and start knowing, your desires stop running from you and start flowing to you. Become unshakable, persistence, and resilience. Success doesn't belong to the lucky, it belongs to the relentless. Every journey worth taking is filled with resistance. Failures, rejections, moments where nothing seems to work. But those aren't signs to stop. They're invitations to rise. You see, greatness isn't about winning all the time. It's about showing up even when it's hard, even when the doubts get loud, even when the world says, maybe this isn't for you. The truth? Most people quit too soon. They get discouraged by the first few setbacks, not realizing those moments are the test. The universe is asking, how bad do you want it? Think about the legends: Edison, Oprah, Jordan, Jobs. They were knocked down, misunderstood, doubted, but they kept going. Because their belief in their vision was louder than any obstacle. They weren't immune to fear, they just didn't let fear make the final decision. You must build that same mental armor. not by being perfect, but by being persistent. Every failure you face, every door that slams shut, every painful no, it's not the end. It's a redirection, a setup for your next breakthrough. Your resilience is your power. It's what turns setbacks into stepping stones. When you fall, don't ask, why me? Ask, what's the lesson? Then rise stronger. This is the moment where most people give up, but not you. You didn't come this far to stop halfway. You've already proven you can survive hard things. Now prove you can thrive beyond them. Be the person who shows up again and again and again. Not just when it's easy, but especially when it's not. Because if you don't quit, you can't lose. Keep moving. Keep believing. Keep building, even if no one claps, even if no one sees it yet. Your future self is watching, and they are counting on you not to quit. Give before you receive, the final key to lasting abundance. The secret to lasting success isn't taking, it's giving. In a world obsessed with getting more, the ones who truly thrive are those who ask, how can I serve? They give value, support, encouragement, and solutions, without strings attached. And in doing so, they unlock the most powerful truth of manifestation. You receive in proportion to what you give. Abundance flows through contribution. Think about the most impactful people, visionary entrepreneurs, artists, leaders. Their greatness didn't start with a demand. It started with a gift, a product that solved a problem, a message that uplifted others, a service that made life better. When you lead with generosity, the universe responds with opportunity. This doesn't mean giving endlessly with no boundaries. It means showing up with the intent to enrich, not just to gain. It means turning your energy outward and asking, how can I add value today? Want more love? Offer compassion first. Want more wealth? Create something that helps others. Want more respect? Treat others with dignity before they've earned it. The act of giving tells the universe, I'm already enough. It sends a message of abundance, not scarcity. And in return, you magnetize more of what you're putting out. This is the energy shift that changes lives. The greedy chase, the desperate grasp, the endless me, those vibrations repel success. But the mindset of contribution, that builds a legacy. It earns trust. It builds connections. It opens doors that force never could. So ask yourself every day, how can I show up with value? How can I serve with no agenda? Make giving your habit, not just a tactic. When you do, life gives back, more than you ever imagined. Because the final truth is this, the universe doesn't just reward the ask, it rewards the offer. So give generously, share your light, and let that be the reason the world reflects its best back to you. The power was always yours. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, every action you take, it all sends a message to the universe about who you are and what you're ready to receive. You've just uncovered 10 timeless principles that don't just inspire, they transform. But the real shift happens when you apply them. When you stop waiting and start creating. When you stop wishing and start believing. When you stop hesitating and take bold, deliberate action. Success doesn't belong to the lucky. Abundance doesn't answer the timid. Fulfillment doesn't follow the passive. It all flows to those who align their thoughts, their energy, and their actions with purpose. So the question is no longer if your dream life is possible. The only question now is, are you ready to claim it? Because everything you've ever wanted is already waiting for you, just beyond your decision to begin. Go. Manifest. Rise.